Alright, and we are finally again good to stream. Intended it for some time, but had quite a busy week after the ski vacation, and then also today had some technical issues to start out. In addition to technical issues with like own brain or whatever, like had aura migraine with very nice fancy unnameable colors, so that also made starting a bit demanding, because first of all had to wait until my visual cortex decided that yes, you will have vision also on the right side, which is always a pleasing phenomenon. So in that respect also things have improved, and we are more or less good to go. So we are doing Darkest Dungeon. It has been quite a while since we actually started that, and even succeeded loading the game and loading the save file, which do you think that was the one we started over with also the vampiric expansion, which causes that you will have problems, you will have even more problems. And to remember, we started really bravely, like, hey, let's do an expedition to the whatever bloody barons fun court, whatever, and first one went really well, and then it got really tough. So yes, how about that? So now we are again wondering what was our situation in the game, and maybe even go somewhere and get in trouble. So that sounds most excellent, and we are very much nicely all skunked out and good to go. So let's look towards the game, and hopefully you all have had good weekend, did go skiing, and have been gradually trying to get ready towards also like whatever things will or won't take to the demo party, because instance demo party will be the coming week, and also trying to get that organized. It looks good, like we have most things in place, and there will be the final orga meeting before the party on the coming week. So it looks like we are indeed making it, and new fancy big premises and all, so that's also looking good. So let's move towards the game and see how that goes. So now we look a bit fluffy, there we go. And let's see how our most excellent heroes. Oh, hello there. So let's then, here we go, open the game and see about yes, you yearn for adventure, and we should reduce stress. Let's see. Alright, that is being taken care of. Whatever we have here. Crimson Curse. Yes, this is the problem. As said, we have like the bloody whatever baron. The rest are kind of alright for one outing, so go and gamble. There we go, we have even managed some stress, so we do have enough resources that we might get some upgrades. Let's see. Most important is to upgrade the stagecoach first, so the voiceovers are like usually considered one of the best parts of this game by many. They are quite well done. To remember, there was some fame for the voice actor pretty much. Alright, and then we have our next issue, of course, is like, can we do any hero upgrades yet? Like level 2 guys could use. Yep, 675, sure. How about upgrading the blacksmith? There we go, we have even done some useful upgrades. Alright, and there we go, we have even... How about skill upgrades? Alright. These are not too bad price wise, like we even have some money to spend. Alright, not that we have that much cars left, so would be probably time to go on an expedition. So let's then see about going on some useful expedition. We do not have that much to treat because you can't treat the crimson fever with anything. Do think we should also here reduce stress preferably, so alright, he only gambles and we already used that, so no stress reduction for you. Kill the necromancer apprentice. Yeah, he's not that tough, but neither are us, so would be nice to have all the level 2 guys available. We could theoretically try, so we already have healer, so we should probably take rather one more fighter. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Did we have any trinkets? At least some have trinkets. Alright. Would be interesting, like, should we even bother with the kill one necromancer apprentice, not more than that. Yeah, we could. Alright, camp once. Let's see. If we come back, then we come back. And we didn't buy any torches. 5 torches isn't necessarily enough. Alright. Let's sell some of these. Because yeah. There we go. Now we can buy torches. Yep. We should probably have blood along if someone decides, yep, I'm going to need some. Alright, and now we have even enough money to properly equip ourselves, so. There we go. This starts to be somewhat sane loadout, so. Here we go, Mr. Necromancer. Let's see. Indeed. Yep, we are both. And soon to be mad because we already have like. Alright, this looks more sane. Wow, it's been so long that I have not actually played this on the new display. Everything is huge. Yeah, this feels really weird because have not. How do we even reach the map? Alright. Free thoughts. Yeah, it looks the same over stream because it's like Kisu have new like big display here for some time and had not ever actually played Darkest Dungeon with it, so it looks really huge compared to what it used to be. Yep, always negative. Yeah, the tempting goblet is a real problem moral-wise. Alright, dodge for once. And refuses to be healed, oh well. Alright. Yep. Alright, we can increase the volume a bit also for the game sounds. There we go. No more tempting goblet for you. Alright, stunned, so we have time to strike. Always fun with stress effects. Died of dazzling light. Yeah, in this case we are also high on supplies, which is partially the issue. The crests are not very uncommon, so let's try to take the portrait. Next room, please. There we go. Great. Alright, refuses to be healed as usual. Everyone dodged. Good. Alright, and we are still trying to like, let's try to heal them again. Good.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Alright.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Alright, it's going well in every other sense except keeping this guy sane. Alright, missed.
The wounds of war can be healed.
Alright, started bleeding though. The weird reconstruction is quite weird.
Press this advantage.
There we go. Now we just need to deal with the gunman. Let's destroy some corpses. Maybe now this works. Finally. Alright, died directly. Bull made too much damage.
Nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, extra bandages were nice.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
It is like, yeah, we would have more treasure, but there we go, through misuse of food. Yeah, except the stress here, but that's also still manageable. We'll see once we meet Mr. Necromancer Man.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright, that didn't contain much. So some immediate backtracking, thought that that might be the Necromancer room. It's good to check first.
Waiting to be spent.
Yeah, not going to empty inventory slot for shields. Next room. Alright. Let's try to deal immediately with the tempting goblet man, yeah. Let's transform, it's fun. We can't still attack the rear. Let's then deal with the gunman. Alright, yeah, this is fun with the stress effect. Alright, you refuse to be healed, so let's heal the others then. There you go. Weird reconstruction on self. At least 2. There we go. Alright, and there we go. Always on the most stressed one. Bandits, please. Let's try to pull them. Yes. That went well. Alright, and missed. Good. Knife in the dark, yeah. Good. Curse them. Heal everyone, please. Yeah, and won't be healed. There we go.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah, we are not being overconfident. Do think we can actually get rid of one pile of torches and most valuable item, please. There we go. Busts would be nice to have along, but not yet. Let's leave those. Alright, at least we surprised them, so no more tempting goblet. Yes.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. A singular strike.
There we go.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
We are not exactly very proud, not at all.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
It would be nice to carry more money, but it's like, This is even more valuable, so we... There we go. Alright. Does someone want to confess their sins? You can't confess your sins because... Yep, remembered correctly. Use holy water on that and we actually managed to reduce stress a lot, but we still have the debuff, so... But yes, on holy water. That room was not very interesting. Alright, scouting. Wow. So not that way, because that has no necromancer. So this way we go. Battle, 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 really. Alright, how about some insects? Yep. Squeezy. And my smart butt didn't bring anti-venom, so... Alright, that went well. There we go. This one smart rare didn't bring anti-venom, so... Cursed maggot. There we go. Nervous bleeder. Yes, that was great knowledge. Now I bleed easily after reading the book. Alright. And even more spiders. Let's transform at stress. Oh well, it's fun anyway. Alright, and of course we miss. Ten. Really? Alright, that was even better. Heal 12. Take that. Alright, we haven't hit them with anything yet. Alright, that starts to improve our situation. Of course. Yep, they are not very tough. Like that. Alright, that was pretty good healing. There we go.
In radiance may we find victory. Treasure could staunch the flow. Otherworldly corruption.
Let's camp.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
We have 10 food and it's like we might still get hunger effects, so yeah. Let's give it Zillow's speech. Can we do anything useful here? Alright, psych up. There we go. At least we reduce stress a bit, so. And then we have nighttime ambush possibly even, which is also nice. No ambush. Yay. Alright, CPUs. Of course. Let's get rid of that. Alright, and then we know that the necromancer has to be in this room because we know all the other rooms, they are empty. And we should go this way, then we fight less. Alright, now no one has. Alright, and then you read a book. Alright, afraid of orange. Always great effects from the bookshelves. Really. Why no good effect for once as a treat? Alright, and then we have one room only to go to, and that is the one with the necromancer, so whatever. Yeah, paper cuts are quite unpleasant.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike. Curious is the trap maker's art, his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Necromancer, let's see if we go running back, but if we go, then we go. Now we need no longer food, so we can just like have the food for cheap healing. There we go. Yes.
Fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
Is blighting him worth the time? Because we could start like doing blight damage, or we could just like transform. Yeah, let's transform for melee damage. If someone goes crazy, then they do. Nobody went crazy. How about your skeleton, mister? Yes. Alright, that did some damage, but heal everyone.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. Precision and power.
Alright, Mr. Necromancer. Stay in the front. And enjoy. Not terribly concerned of the skeletons, because we can keep nibbling at the Necromancer. Heal everyone. Except wrong, but that was also good. Everyone goes crazy. Oh well, we need to do very little damage anymore.
Taken over the edge into madness.
Powerful. Excellent.
With no living sinew to actuate, will these walking bones finally fail? English horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Indeed, he was unhappy with his purchasing skill. Longevity eye patch, man at arms, alright, and leper. Usually it's good idea to bring the trinkets home, so now we no longer need like what do food. That went well. Yes, that went very well compared to we started a pretty high stress level like and only went a bit crazy. Balanced. That's actually quite good. Curious. Yeah, that works well.
In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
Alright. Defeat the apprentice necromancer. We haven't yet had anyone die. That's quite good. There we go, and the two biggest problem cases are now in stress reduction, so we can then consider the rest are manageable, and they went somewhere after having some drinks in the tavern.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what he will face.
Alright, then it's time to see about next outing, because we do not have that much else. What do we have new heroes? Bounty Hunter. Alright, we need to upgrade also the barracks. Once we can, like we need more deeds. Alright. Let's see who we would bother next. Alright, we still have half an hour to go. Alright, both are level 3. Level 1. This two thing we did once and it was moderately easy, but the second quest here is like really tough. We haven't yet been much to the world, so there we go. Because we have the Crimson Curse, we also need to take some blood along.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
At least it adds speed. Let's do this first to not backtrack. We have a shovel.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Alright, here we go. Alright, that didn't work for once.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Alright, we pulled the corpse accidentally. Oh well. Alright, that was effective. And heal, and then... Alright.
Continue the onslaught.
There we go.
Them all. Impressive haul. If you value such things.
Because they already have the Crimson Curse, let's give them the Bloodthirst Ring. Minus 100% food consumed, plus 10% max HP, minus 25% healing received. Interesting, really safe artifact to use.
Life gains purchase. Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright, scouting, great. Let's also get this out of the way. Alright, and we even found a map. That room was empty, with very promising severed hands hanging around. There should have been a trap almost immediately and tried to disarm it, but it did nothing. Oh well. Already looted.
Slowly.
Good.
This is how a life is taken.
Alright, heal them.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter. A singular strike.
Alright, 14 is sufficient. Alright, and missed. Still not enough damage, have like one left. Alright, and they try to move to the back row. Alright, let's start to reduce the thing. Alright, good. No more mark the prey. We can pull the body. No, let's try something more interesting. Oh, hello there. It's been a while. Alright, let's... Alright, we have like what, 1 damage to go. Reduce stress, please. Alright. That was sufficient.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Alright, this has gone rather well. Well, this far.
The way is lit, the path is clear. We require only the strength to follow.
Now we have to just walk back. But there's battle also on the way back. Great. Alright, rapid dogs. Rapid dogs, so we shall also transform.
In radiance may we find victory.
Alright, and
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
There we go.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, they start to have quite a bit of problems with the Crimson Curse, so let's do what everyone saying does and have some blood.
A handsome reward for a task well performed. If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Alright, and empty room.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent. Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright, stepped right into the trap. Oh well. Let's explore the next room. Would this require the holy water? Alright, and now we have no shovels. This will be fun.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh and indefatigable purpose.
Alright. At least we surprised them, so... hit the ground running.
The ground quakes.
There we go. Alright, and missed. Let's stun them again, because we have only one. It's now quite... There we go. Easy to keep damage from being done.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Alright, and again no shovel. Most excellent. Alright, at this point it matters less because.
Find it in no short supply.
Alright. This will be interesting. Hmm.
A devastating blow.
Alright, 8 healing, nice.
Masterfully executed. Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Alright, no more gunmen.
A momentary abatement.
Alright, one left. Alright. We are not trying anything untoward, but whatever. Shoot at the corpse. Yeah, thank you. Alright, there we go.
This expedition at least promises success.
No, we are not touching that. And through constant fighting, transform.
A momentary abatement.
Yeah, you paranoid ass. Alright, missed, good. Alright, at least missed. Good. Only 10 healed, good. Alright. There we go. Alright, missed, oh well. There we go, and yep, last blow. There we go.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Berserk charm, nice. Quest complete. There was still but one room left. Very often you then don't get the collector, so let's return to Hamlet and not risk like.
Every cleared path and trodden route reduces the isolation of our troubled estate.
Quite big money. They also leveled up. Quick reflexes, good. Stress faster. Alright, if stress above 50 minus 100. Alright, they need some treatment for Black Plague. Gothic, weird reconstruction, nice. In town we'll only drink. Alright, fair enough, then you go drinking.
A fresh irritant zombie. A sanguine memory to me.
Lost 1,000 gold while gambling. At least we have some. Alright, let's get them into stress treatment. You will only drink, so. Alright, there we go. Should be also treated for disease, but that's another matter. There we go. Managing stress. Let's see how we are doing time wise. Right, and we are almost exactly ready to finish. So, alright, that was quite nice dungeoneering. So thank you all for joining, and let's see who we will raid. There we go. So let's see who's doing what. Tough Karma is playing again the weird Grand Theft Auto RPs. Let's see if they are still playing. Yeah, they have just started. This was, Kisu may remember this was crazy when we were skiing. We laughed really hard. They had the weird hospital one where they would go around with the wheelchairs and whatever. Or when we were last time skiing, they had the weird hospital one. So let's ride them. It's been a long time since Tough Karma has been. We laughed like so hard that it hurt at the hospital one, like they are going around with the wheelchair and just like sitting there and smoking outside, and it was absolutely crazy. It's been a long time since Tough Karma has streamed, so there we go. Thank you all for joining, and let's see the coming week if still have time for a stream before the demo party starts. So thank you for joining, be well, and see you soon.